We are here at Simi Valley with the one, the only Jackie. How are you doing?
I am great. How are you?
Good. Last time we talked to you, the series was still going on, so you had to, keep hush on some of the things that had gone on.
Yes.
We found out that you got to work with some legendary rangers. How was that working with them, and did they leave you any advice as far as how to transition back into normal life?
Yes, they were fantastic, and I think the best advice that they gave me was not so much transitioning, but it was kind of just really taking in all of the moments of being in New Zealand, because really, although we were there for 9 months, I mean, it went by like a blink of an eye. So I think it was just trying to be present in every single moment, every day, no matter how tired you were or whatever was going on. And I mean, it definitely was great advice, because now that I've been back home, I mean, I just remember all the great things about New Zealand.
And then as soon as you came back, then this all happened.
Yes.
When reality hit, how did you keep your mind on straight and try to focus on the good when so much bad is going on?
I always believe that things are kind of meant to be, and there's always a reason for everything. So it's kind of just holding on to that and seeing what the good is of all the bad, and seeing why this has happened, or kind of using that as taking maybe a new look at everything, visualizing things, and kind of taking it from there.
Well, as soon as you got back, you didn't stop working. You were in a few movies already. I saw that cheerleader one. How was it transitioning back, and what were some of the differences as far as shooting in New Zealand and shooting here in the States?
Yes, I mean, it definitely was a very big difference, especially because Power Rangers is just a well-oiled machine. They are just terrific, and they really bust everything out, which really helped, honestly, with the two films that I did film, because they were pretty limited in the amount of days we had to shoot it, which I wasn't always used to, but Rangers was definitely that way of you really had to know your stuff. There wasn't rehearsal time. You just went straight into shooting. Sometimes you only had 1 or 2 takes. So that really helped with doing the two movies that I worked on. But it was definitely different, because now I got to actually act in a very big range, as opposed to just kind of limited, happy and, fighting. So that was really fun to kind of get to dive into some deep, scary stuff, which was nice.
Now you've also ventured onto TikTok. How is that? I mean, it seems like the reception's been pretty good. I mean, how was that? Trying to conquer that platform.
I was very apprehensive about it. Yeah. I didn't want to download it, but you were
made for it, though. I mean, your impersonations,
Thank
everything.
You. That's what I've been told a lot, and I do make a lot of videos on just my story on Instagram. So TikTok is basically made for that. So it's really nice, and it warms my heart that people have the same sense of humor as I do, and they enjoy my weird quirkiness. So I'm like, that's great.
It's definitely great. Now the show's been going on for almost 3 decades now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Now, interacting with the fans, you've been doing a few cons and conventions. What has been the most, something that you really cherish about interacting with your fans?
Oh, man. Well, this is the first role where, acting has always just kind of been you're doing a role, and it's kind of just something fun and personal to you. But being on Power Rangers has opened my eyes to fandoms, which I'm not used to. I've never had a role be associated with a fandom, and so it's just really heartwarming, because the fans that I do meet, it's not just oh, we love the show. It's also, it did this for me, or it saved my life sometimes, or, there's just such a deeper meaning to these fans. And, I would have never thought that as an actress, just, playing a role and loving a character, and to see how it really affects people's lives. It makes you feel like you're doing a little bit more than just, being goofy or whatever. It makes you feel way more valuable, I guess, as an actor. So yeah.
One thing that we were kind of robbed of, during the pandemic, is seeing the handoff, the passing of the torch from this Ranger team to the next Ranger team. Do you know the new team well, and have you talked to them about what to expect before they went to New Zealand?
Yeah, I actually got to be in contact with a majority of them, and so I've never met them before, but it feels like we're best friends, because we talk all the time. I'm really excited for them. I was rooting for a lot of them when I knew that they were auditioning, and then those that I found out, it was just so exciting. I tried to give them as much advice as I could, but I was really just embrace the unexpected, because that's really how it is.
There.
I know, this guy. try.
Now, as I told the rest of the Rangers, Power Rangers is going a new direction and like another live show, but they're also looking at animation. Would you be up for reprising your role as Zoe? Doing her voice.
Absolutely. I've actually been mesmerized by voice acting. Like even just at the last con, meeting the voice of Winnie the Pooh and like Tigger, I was like, I would love to figure that out because I really enjoy doing the voiceovers or ADR for like when we did the helmet scenes. It was really fun and it's kind of freeing that you're not on camera. You can just show up in your PJs or whatever and just like have a great time.
Yeah, there's that Disney movie that they did, Luca, where the actor did all of his lines from inside his closet.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that's like fascinating. I would love to do that.
You could be a Joe Pesci stand-in.
Oh my God, yes. I will be his coffee holder. I will be his tissue holder provider. I will be his stand-in, stunt double, whatever. Like, I'm there.
Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a good rest of the con.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you again.